Alright, let me get adjusted to this. Alright. Run bad is pretty much when nothing goes your way. At a poker table, it's, getting it in good all the time and just losing and losing and losing. Whether it's waking up with kings and running into aces, whether it's set over set, or it's just, card dead for 2 hours. That's pretty much what run bad is. I've had a lot of run bad sessions in my time, and I'll tell you right now, it sucks. It's the worst thing ever. And adjusting to it is probably the hardest part. I've had a bunch of sessions in my time where I just wanted to quit the game, just wanted to quit poker. Driving home after just losing tournaments and cash in the same night. You come home and you're just like, I don't want to play this game anymore. You lose that momentum to play. But, you just have to adjust to it. The best way, too, is just take breaks. If you guys are grinding out, every day, every other day, just take a couple days off, take a week. Over the summer, I had probably one of my worst run bads towards the end of the summer after one of my best summers ever. So I had a good summer and then ended it terribly. And right then, I just took a month off. Read a couple books, watched some hands on TV. Then you jump back into the game fresh. Because if you jump into these games and you were running bad recently, you're just going to think about all those beats you've taken while you're playing, and it's just going to mess with your game. So my advice is take a break, read a book, stay committed to the game, but just don't play. You get to the point where you stop missing the game.
Run bad is the poker equivalent of being unlucky. Pretty much it's the times where, you're 95% chance to win, but end up losing it. It's when there's only one card or two cards to beat you, and somehow the person you're playing against gets there. Right there in the last card, on the river, or on the turn, Run bad is when you play dozens of tournaments and not cash once, even though you're a good player. In the poker world, they call it variance. There's always that 5% chance of losing, the 10% chance of losing. You think that because you have aces and the other person has kings, you're going to win 100% of the time. No. In reality, you'll lose one. In reality, you'll lose one out of every 5 times. So the way I deal with run bad is I'll go out to the bars, I'll hang out with my friends. I'll be angry, but I know that it's part of the game and I have to push through it. Andy and I, we've been doing this thing where, if we're on tilt or we've been running bad, we do talk to each other, and it kind of helps talking to somebody who's been in your position, who's, knows where you're coming from in terms of getting unlucky. So a lot of times when I run bad, I'll take a break from the game, I'll go do other things within my life to take my mind off of it and not to focus on how unlucky I am. When you play and you're running bad and you're on tilt, you don't play your best. You end up making the wrong moves because in the back of your head, the last time something happened, it'll affect your future play. Running bad is part of the game. It's something you have to push through, something you have to deal with, and that's poker. So it's Tuesday, January 10th. Played some poker this morning online. Did some editing. Didn't really play too much poker. I think I played 1 or 2 tourneys. Didn't cash in either of them. But in case, we're gonna go play some live poker. Fortunately, where I live, the closest casino or the closest poker room is about an hour and 15 minutes away. So I'm gonna have a long drive to go play some poker. I'm not really in a great place in terms of location for a poker player, but you got to do what you have to do, right? So we're gonna go to a place called Manchester Poker Room. It's in Manchester, New Hampshire, and play their Tuesday tournament there. It's supposed to be really juicy, so let's go and try to ship it. All right. Dude, are you to my left? Oh my god. What about run bad, huh? This is my run bad today.
Yep.
So we didn't do too well tonight. Busted out the tournament, cost me $100. I'm down about $105 in cash. Andy didn't too well either. I think he's gonna be making a vlog now. I'm not sure how angry he might be because he was very tilted after the game. So hopefully he gets back on the horse this week and grinds it up, because without him there would be no vlog. So we didn't do too good today.
All right, just got home from Manchester Card Room, and not a really good outcome over there. Played a $100 tournament and couldn't get anything going over there. You know, I just couldn't really accumulate chips and ended up getting short stacked, so I kind of had to just get it in. And I lost right there. So decided to go over and play some 1-2, and pretty much the same thing over there. Just couldn't really build a stack. You know, a bunch of coolers. I had a couple hands where one of them I flopped trips, and another guy had trips with a better kicker, and just from there, you know, I just kept missing draws, all that shit, and you know, got down to my last 100 or so, and yeah, I flopped top pair, made a raise on the flop after somebody bet. I got 2 callers, and then the river I shipped it for just under 100, and I got snap called by a gut shot, and the river came, the gut shot smashed. So nothing I can do. I mean, I'll win that hand, you know, 8 out of 10 hands, so can't really complain about the call. Just kind of sucks about the outcome. Alright guys, today played a couple tournaments, nothing crazy, a couple $5, a couple $10, and pretty much lost them all. Wasn't really close to the money on either of them. You know, so it got a little exhausting, so I figured today would be my cash game night. I am jumping into 25-50 cent cash, nothing crazy, one table, and within the first 15 minutes I'm up $30. And I bought it for 50, so we'll see how it goes.
So back-to-back bad nights grinding. Ran a little bit bad today. Like, I think we played 6 tourneys, and we didn't cash one of them today. So it's a little early too. It's about 8:45. The last tournament I got knocked out in was actually a huge cooler. I had pocket 7s in the big blind. The button raised, I called. I flopped a set. It's a king 7 deuce board. I checked him, he bet out. I raised. He jammed on me. I snap call. He had ace king, so we're looking good. He had ace king offsuit, so he didn't even have a backdoor. So he had ace king offsuit. I had a set. Turn was an ace, and the river was an ace. So unlucky. River gives me a boat, but he got a bigger boat. Unlucky. Nothing you can do about it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one out of Andrew Neeme's playbook and go to the bar. Celtics game is showing. I'm going to go pick up my friend Greg. You saw him in the previous vlog. You go to the bar, grab some drinks, eat some food. You know, back-to-back bad days in poker is not uncommon, right? You could have weeks or even months of downswing. So it's something you actually have to kind of push through. What we're going to do is we're going to take the rest of the night off, grab some beers, grab some food, and watch the Celtics game, and hopefully we come back strong tomorrow. What's up, bud?
What's going on, man?
What's up, dude?
I accepted that job. I'm moving to Hawaii.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's big, dude.
Just gotta book a flight and find a place to live.
You tell your parents?
I just told them, they're all excited.
Are they?
Yeah,
That's
super
awesome.
excited. My
That's
sister,
awesome, dude.
Everyone, yeah.
It's awesome. You tell your job yet?
Tomorrow.
All right. Well, that's crazy, dude. I guess we'll celebrate tonight, right?
Yeah, we're gonna
celebrate a little
We're
bit.
gonna have to have a real celebration coming up, and we'll plan it out. We'll do something fun.
I'll save some money. I was telling these guys here.
Yeah. Oh,
Two bad days in poker. Yesterday was a bad day. Today was a bad day, but you know it happens. So
it's a marathon, man. Let's do it.
So we're gonna pick up a buddy, Andrew. You might or might not see him.
we need like a night vision camera.
Right. So we go over there. Go head over to our local bar here.
We should only get like heat vision for this.
And then grab some drinks, do a pre-celebration to the real celebration, watch some Celtics win some basketball.
Ass right now, man.
So,
they're putting up points.
all right, let's do it.
Let's do this.
What up, gents? What up, gents?
What's up, Andrew? What's up, buddy? All right, so I don't know if you can see him. Let me turn on the little indoor lights here. All right, this is Andrew.
Trigger Trey.
Trigger Trey, I guess.
Yeah.
He calls himself that.
I call him it sometimes.
The fans call me that.
So these are my close friends. They don't play poker, but they were there since day one. What? So let's go grab some drinks and
food.
And some food.
Let's do this.
Drinks, food, shots.
Celtics shots.
Yeah. It's gonna be a good Wednesday night, even though it wasn't too good for me today. But let's do it.
It's gonna get
Make
better.
it better.
Let's do this.
So it's Thursday, January 12th. Last night we went out for some drinks and some food after we busted out all our tourneys. But again, that happens. We have downswings, so you can't let that ruin your life. You just have to push through it. That happens. But we had some shots after we found out that our buddy Greg actually accepted a job over in Hawaii in Chef Morimoto's restaurant in Maui. So congrats to him. Took some shots. Celtics also won, which is great. They're dominating right now, so hopefully they continue doing that. Right now, I'm gonna get a haircut. As you can see, hair is kind of long, so, and a little line up for the beard. So next time you see me, I'll have a nice clean cut, and then I don't know what we're gonna be doing tonight. I don't think we're gonna have some room for poker. I'll have a lot of homework to do for my classes, and then try to get some editing done, get the first vlog edited and final cut done and published by tomorrow. But yeah, so I'm gonna get my haircut, and then we'll see you in a bit. New cut, looking fresh. Gonna go home, do some homework, try to get some editing done, and then if we have time tonight, play some poker, try to make some money. I know we have to work at least a few hours today to try to get some. If it's gonna be sitting goes or tournaments, I don't know yet. Maybe some cash games, who knows, but gotta make that money, you know. Alright guys, Thursday night grind. Got some of my homework done, out of the way. Still working on some editing, but we're gonna do some grinding online and editing at the same time. Here, you take a look a little bit what my screen looks like right now. There's that editing footage. Just 2 tournaments for now, you know. Can get overwhelmed while I'm still trying to get some footage edited here for the first week's vlog. But yeah, so we're gonna get some poker done so we can get some money, and then also get the editing done so we get the vlog up. And then hopefully we get some good results, and you know, we continue the vlog run good, even though it's been running pretty bad the last couple of days. So hopefully that turns around. All right, it's January, Friday the 13th. We're gonna go ahead and head over to Andy's house, do another lab session, and then probably play some poker tonight. We're gonna show you a new place. Last week we showed you Legion. I'm gonna try to show you Elks tonight. That's a different region of the EPT. Again, these are pub pokers. This is not normally what we play, but right now, with our bankroll being as it is, we're trying to focus more on online and show you kind of the small tournaments. Later on in the vlog, you'll see us play bigger entry tournaments, $200 buy-in, $400 buy-in, $500 buy-in, those types of tournaments, over in Foxwoods and Borgata and Vegas. But right now, we're trying to show you kind of the lifestyle of a micro stakes grinder. $20 tournaments, $50 tournaments, $25 tournaments, and then online, you got the $3 tournaments, $10 tournaments, and whatnot. So we've actually have had about 3 days of running bad online. Again, a lot of 1 outs, 2 outs, a lot of times going all in when you're ahead and losing on the river. That happens a lot. I do get tilted sometimes. I am human. I do get mad, although it's part of the game, right? So you can't let that affect you in the long run. It's okay to get mad. It's okay to get aggravated, because that's life. You have to get emotional sometimes, but don't let it affect your gameplay. So last night I had to end the game a little bit early. I think I played 2 to 3 tournaments. Didn't feel like it's a good day for me, so I actually left a little bit earlier than I normally would have. Decided to just shut off the poker client and go ahead and do some editing and try to wrap up our first week's vlog. So right now I'm gonna do some final edits, go down the final cuts, and then publish our first vlog. You guys will probably have watched it at this point, but this is kind of the behind the scenes of what we did in that week, or this week, I guess. So gonna head over there and see you guys later on today. I hate traffic.
Guys, hello. We're here at North Shore, Stoneham, Mass, playing at the Stoneham Elks today. EPT Frenzy as well. Frenzies are all over the place in New England on Fridays, so we like to hit up different ones on different days. And we chose North Shore today because we haven't seen this crew in a while, so it should be fun today.
Yeah, let's get in there. I'll pay $25 for some food and then play some free poker. Usually first place wins about $500 or so before chop. So hopefully we bring home some honeys.
No chop today.
No chop today. All right.
All right, guys. We'll see you later on.
All right. State your name, sir.
Matt.
All right, Matt. What do you do?
I am software development company, and I also run TD as EPT at EPT.
All right. So he's also a TD, just like Andy and Phil. You met Phil last week.
Yep.
You know Andy. He's part of the vlog. So, and you are expecting somebody, right?
I'm expecting a little girl in a few weeks.
And you could tell he's about 9 months pregnant.
Almost there.
Almost there, but no. But all seriousness, congrats.
Thank you, sir.
That's awesome news. Hopefully, hope she comes nice, healthy, and looking not like you though, looking like the mother.
Well, yeah, of course. Anything looks like me is gonna be hideous. So.
Right.
So it's all good.
All right, you here to play some poker?
Here to play some poker.
All right, let's win that.
My night off.
We're doing our days off.
Yeah.
Doing our days off.
Work poker or play poker? It's a video, guys.
Oh, it's a video.
just not getting any luck this week, huh? We shipped a tournament earlier in the week here online for $300, and haven't got anything since then, you know. So Andy's still playing. I'm gonna go to the bar, grab some drinks. Hopefully he ships it.
Just got knocked out.